Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating question. How did Singapore, a tiny island nation with virtually no natural resources, become one of the wealthiest countries in the world? It's a story of incredible transformation, strategic planning, and a little bit of luck. Stick around, because the story of Singapore's rise is packed with lessons that are more relevant today than ever. When Singapore gained independence in 1965, the outlook was bleak. It was a small, impoverished island with a diverse population, high unemployment, and no natural resources to speak of. It had just been separated from Malaysia, and its future was uncertain. Many international observers were skeptical. How could this tiny red dot on the world map possibly survive, let alone thrive? Yet, in just a few decades, Singapore went from a developing nation to a first-world economic powerhouse. So, what was their secret? The first, and perhaps most crucial factor, was visionary leadership. Lee Kuan Yew, Singapore's first prime minister, and his team had a clear, long-term vision. They understood that their only real resource was their people. So, they focused on creating a stable, secure, and business-friendly environment. One of their first priorities was to stamp out corruption. They established the Corrupt Practices Investigation Bureau, giving it extensive powers to investigate and prosecute, regardless of a person's social or political status. This built a foundation of trust and transparency that made Singapore incredibly attractive to foreign investors. When businesses know the rules are fair and will be enforced, they are far more willing to invest for the long term. This clean reputation became Singapore's brand. Next, Singapore strategically positioned itself as a global hub. Look at a map and you'll see Singapore sits at the crossroads of major shipping lanes. The government capitalized on this geographic advantage by developing a world-class port. The Port of Singapore is now one of the busiest in the world, handling a massive volume of container ships every year. They didn't just stop at shipping, though. They built Changi Airport, which consistently ranks as one of the best airports globally. It's not just a place to catch a flight. It's a destination in itself, connecting people and businesses from all over the world. This focus on connectivity, by sea and by air, turned Singapore into a critical node in the global supply chain, a place where goods, services, and ideas could flow freely. But a great location and clean governance are UNT enough if you do UNT have the people to power the economy. This brings us to Singapore's relentless focus on education. The government invested heavily in creating a highly skilled and educated workforce. They understood that in a knowledge-based global economy, human capital is the most valuable asset. The education system was designed to be rigorous, bilingual, and geared towards the needs of the economy, with a strong emphasis on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, the STEM fields. This created a generation of workers who were not only fluent in English, the language of international business, but also equipped with the technical skills needed for high-value industries. This talent pool became a major draw from multinational corporations looking to set up their regional headquarters. Speaking of multinational corporations, Singapore rolled out the red carpet for them. They implemented pro-business policies like low corporate tax rates, tax incentives, and streamlined bureaucracy. The Economic Development Board, or EDB, was created with the specific mission of attracting foreign investment. They acted like a concierge service for big companies, helping them navigate regulations and set up operations smoothly. The strategy was simple: bring in the world's best companies, let them create jobs, transfer technology, and train the local workforce. This strategy worked brilliantly. Giants from the worlds of finance, manufacturing, and technology flocked to Singapore, creating a vibrant, dynamic, and high-wage economy. Another key piece of the puzzle was social stability. Singapore is a multicultural society with Chinese, Malay, Indian, and Eurasian populations. Managing this diversity was a major challenge. The government actively promoted racial and religious harmony through various policies. One of the most famous is the public housing system. Over 80% of Singaporeans live in government-built apartments, called HDB flats. To prevent ethnic enclaves from forming, there are quotas for each housing block to ensure a balanced mix of different ethnic groups. This encourages daily interaction and understanding between different communities. By creating a society where people felt secure and included, Singapore avoided the internal conflicts that have plagued many other nations, allowing it to focus single-mindedly on economic development. Of course, this path wasn't without its trade-offs. Singapore is often noted for its strict laws and regulations. Things like chewing gum sales being banned are well known. But the social contract in Singapore runs deeper. In exchange for economic prosperity and physical safety, citizens have accepted certain restrictions on civil liberties that might be seen as excessive in other countries. This pragmatic approach, prioritizing collective good and stability over individual freedoms, has been a subject of debate for decades. But from an economic standpoint, the stability and predictability it created were undeniable assets, assuring investors that their assets would be safe and the rules of the game wouldn't suddenly change. As the world evolved, so did Singapore. The government has always been forward-looking, constantly trying to anticipate the next global trend. When manufacturing began to move to lower-cost countries, Singapore pivoted towards higher-value sectors like finance, biotechnology, and information technology. They invested in R&D and created an ecosystem to support startups and innovation. The government actively fosters what it calls a Smart Nation initiative, aiming to leverage technology to improve life and create new economic opportunities. This ability to adapt and reinvent itself is crucial. Singapore doesn't rest on its laurels. It's always looking for the next wave to ride. Finally, we can't talk about Singapore's wealth without mentioning its fiscal prudence. The government has a strong tradition of saving and investing for the future. It runs budget surpluses and has accumulated massive financial reserves, managed by sovereign wealth funds like JIC and Temasek Holdings. These funds invest globally and generate significant returns, providing an extra cushion for the economy and funding for long-term national projects. This long-term financial planning ensures that Singapore has the resources to weather economic storms and continue investing in its future, whether it's in infrastructure, education, or new industries. So, to sum it up, Singapore's incredible success story isn't about one single secret. It's a powerful combination of factors: visionary and pragmatic leadership, a zero-tolerance policy on corruption, strategic bets on becoming a global hub for trade and finance, a massive investment in education and human capital, a pro-business environment that attracted the world's best companies, a strong emphasis on social stability, and a culture of constant adaptation and long-term planning. The Singapore model shows that with a clear vision, smart strategies, and disciplined execution, even a small nation with no natural resources can achieve extraordinary success. It's a testament to the power of human ingenuity and good governance. What do you think is the most important factor in Singapore's success? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the stories that shape our world. We'll see you in the next one.